you might be able to see some remains of animals, like some
Oh,
scavengers have taken they have
correct,
hunted.
correct.
You'll be
Hunt
able to
होने के
see.
बाद if there are any
Yes.
remains. Yeah.
तो मैंने देखा कि उन्होंने जितना बताया कि लास्ट नाइट एक हाइना का ग्रुप जो है दे हैव हंटेड ए डियर. सो उस डियर का बस
Oh,
रिमेन्स पूरा बीच रास्ते पे पड़ा हुआ था. पूरा स्केलेटल रिमेन वाज
raw nature, na? Raw
देयर.
nature.
नेचर. There is some kind of game reserve. There is a term called game reserve. If you book a game reserve,
Okay.
what they do, they will identify one animal, particular animal.
Hmm.
That animal you can kill, and they will provide you ammunition and well, you can kill that animal. Even you after killing,
Oh,
you can take that animal and tell them to cook it. You can have that as a lunch. You can. That person replied, "You are the only person for today for this island." I said, "What? For the whole island, I am the only person. That means I own the island for one day, you can say. And
amazing.
for me to handle all the things, there are 7 to 8 crews. Okay. And when I was just entering, I was nearer to the island. The the surrounding of the island was like green, turquoise blue. You can see the different colors. There are 4 to 5 layers
Yeah.
of color. And deep down below your boat, you can see the water was so transparent that you can see seashells, you can see starfishes. The history of the island is the island was used by Britishers to transport slaves. Okay. First, what they do, they
Okay.
collect the slave from the coast. They will take the slaves on the island. There are remains of that building, small
Oh,
building. There they used to store those slaves, and then they take those slaves on ships and they move out. It is the island was like a intermediate space to transport the
correct.
slaves.
Correct.
Okay. You will feel more nearer to nature when you visit Tanzanian safari. That is what I can conclude. And you will feel that yes, we are actually moving around, moving in our animal kingdom only, where I can see lots of animals just nearby.
Hey guys, so in today's podcast, we have someone with us who plans to cover all the continents and all the countries in the world. In fact, in the last 1 year, he has approximately traveled and covered around 6 to 7 countries across the globe. A banker by profession, but he is truly an adventure seeker and has recently traveled to Kenya and Tanzania. To add to his list of adventures across the world, recently he went on a solo trip to Tanzania, where he obviously explored the wildlife but also experienced the feeling of owning an island for a day. So let's tune in into today's episode on Travel with Saave, where we explore the wildlife, the animal kingdom of Tanzania.
So, Sarit, welcome to today's episode on Travel with Sarit.
Thank you, Pratmesh.
So, while today we are going to discuss about your recent Tanzania trip, मुझे याद है in I guess it was February or first week of March you had called me and said कि भाई
Yes,
तांजानिया आने में interested हो क्या? Solo trip
yes,
पे जा रहा हूँ March end
yes,
को. And what struck me back then was that कि Tanzania is not one of the countries which is like everyone is traveling to या trending है Instagram या दूसरे forums पे, right?
very true, very true.
Kenya is trending. Recently it has picked up, but Tanzania is not somewhere, at least in my circle, where I've seen people are traveling to Tanzania
Very true.
frequently. So why Tanzania in first place? What was the you can say hook because of which you decided, yeah, let's explore Tanzania as a country?
Very true. So the thing is, I went to Tanzania via Kenya. So मेरा केनिया का दूसरा ट्रिप है ये. तो so the why Tanzania? The answer is actually I was trying to cover all the continents first. But Tanzania क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने ऐसा पढ़ा था कि Tanzania is having a very beautiful coastline. पहला thing. और मेरे मेरे एक दोस्त हैं जो मर्चेंट नेवी में काम करते हैं, सो आई आई यूज्ड टू टॉक टू हिम कि ऐसा कौन सा जगह है जो कि अनयूजुअल है, it is not a like a regular place that people used to go for a trip. So he suggested me
Yeah.
you can explore Tanzania as well. So why
Okay.
Tanzania is like, you can say, I was already reading about Tanzania, about the beautiful coastline. The second thing triggered me is like, my friend said it is having a very beautiful wildlife sanctuary, so that you can explore that. And the third thing is, I have read about Tanzania history that it was mostly ruled by Britishers, outsiders, for slavery. Uh, अब कितना दूर ट्रू है, कितना दूर फॉल्स है, उसका भी थोड़ा नॉलेज था नहीं, तो मैं सोचा चलो तंजानिया ही चलते हैं, अब इतना सारा इन्फॉर्मेशन सामने दिख रहा है। और मैंने ये भी रीड किया
Correct.
कि यूजुअली लोग तंजानिया जाते नहीं है, कोई
Correct.
यूरोप जाता है, कोई यूएस जाता है, और जाते जाते अफ्रीका
Yeah.
में केनिया जाते हैं, बट नोबडी, यू हैव
Yes.
नेवर लिसन दैट समबडी इज गोइंग टू तंजानिया। तो चलो लेट्स एक्सप्लोर तंजानिया, देखते हैं वहां पे क्या मिलता है। सो आई वेंट टू
Right.
तंजानिया वाया केनिया।
Okay. So, you traveled in the last week of March, right? So,
राइट
my point is कि for traveling in around March. So when did you do the bookings and how about the visa process? Right, because it's a very less likely travel country as of now. So I read before we connected that tourism has picked up in Tanzania since 2023. उसके
राइट
पहले I guess prior to 2019, prior to COVID था. अभी फिर से 23 के बाद tourism पिकअप हो रहा है.
राइट
There are many places primarily because of the wildlife and the coastal life, Zanzibar Islands. So
ट्रू
so if someone is planning to, right? So because my understanding is, while I haven't traveled to Africa as such, but for Kenya there are certain requirements, prerequisites before you enter such countries where wildlife is
राइट
prevalent, right?
राइट
So
राइट
how did you plan about it, right? So what is the prerequisite, around what timelines you require them to be completed, and then the visa procedure, if you can just throw light.
So for entering Tanzania, if as I traveled via Kenya, so for me the prerequisites are, I have to apply visa. The visa is
Yeah.
available. You can apply online, so there is no need to connect to someone, some agent. So you can do by yourself. So only thing you need is your booked flight and your
Okay.
hotel booking and then the return flight. These bookings are
Oh,
basics. Okay. So during visa booking, they make sure that when you are entering, about the details out how you are entering Tanzania and via which airport, because there are
yeah.
multiple airports. It's like Zanzibar
Okay.
airport is also there, Dar es Salaam airport is also there, there is a Kilimanjaro airport also there. So while you are just entering your visa details, there you just mention you are entering via which airport and via which media, like which like bus or
Mode of
flight
travel.
or mode of or boat. That's what is the mode of travel you are opting. So if you are going directly from India, obviously you will be having your flight. As I traveled
Correct.
from Kenya, I have three options. I can go via
Yeah.
bus from Mombasa to Tanzania. I can go
Correct.
via boat also. I can go via flight also. I traveled by flight. So my entering point was Dar es Salaam. Okay, it is
Okay.
the capital of Tanzania.
Capital of Tanzania.
Right, right. So you can opt for other cities, but you have to mention that because they will check that whether you have mentioned correctly or not. And the second thing
Correct.
is you should have your polio vaccination. Okay, you
Okay.
like for Kenya you have a prerequisite of yellow fever vaccination. That is a yellow card. So for Tanzania you need a pink card that is called polio vaccine. It is something like this. It's a pink card. So
Okay.
this you can get from airport polio vaccine. You can get from airport medical section, or you can get outside. But make sure you should have the document ready for that, because when you enter
So,
they will check your visa, they will check your
okay.
polio vaccination. Okay. And be sure that when you are entering, you should have your hard copy with you. Though you have applied
Okay.
online, you should have a printout of your visa. You will get your visa after applying like 2 3 days. I got it within 2 3 days.
Okay.
So you will
Okay.
get it on your mail. You just download it. I have a hard copy of that. So I just arrived at the, I think midnight I arrived. So it is like just outside it in Tanzania, there are three airports like Terminal 1, Terminal 2, and Terminal 3. So Terminal 3
Yeah.
is the international airport. You will get
Okay.
your international flights via that terminal only. Okay.
Okay.
So you can either you can book taxi prior to arriving, or you can just easily get taxi outside. It is not that
Okay.
tough there. So taxis are available 24 by 7 outside Tanzania airport. Okay. So I took my stay near to the airport. It is in the core city. So the place is city center. So it is actually the core
Okay.
city. So if you are, the
Yeah.
benefit is if you can stay like in two, three areas. So if you want to stay in a crowded place, you can choose the core city. It is the city center, all those areas. But if you want to enjoy the beautiful beach life, you can go to Coco Beach, or you can go to Kigamboni Beach. But the
Okay.
one thing is, if you are staying there, you will not see lots of markets around. You should have
Okay.
you should be you will be dependent on all the things on the hotel only, because either you have
Okay.
to take a cab to go to some small supermarket. Even there you will not find big malls. You will find
Okay.
small supermarkets. Okay.
So, which all areas did you explore in Tanzania, right? So, if you can give an overview of your trip before you deep dive into all the details, how you explored Tanzania, just a glimpse of which all areas, cities, coastal towns you covered, that will help.
So in Tanzania, I stayed at Dar es Salaam. So mostly people
Okay.
either go to Dar es Salaam or to Zanzibar or to near to Kilimanjaro. These three
Oh,
areas they used
yeah.
to explore. So I chose Dar es Salaam because as it's a capital city, and I was traveling solo as well. So it was
Yeah. Yeah.
for me it is the first time. So I need to be safe as well. So
Yeah.
to explore, I just chose Dar es Salaam. So from Dar es Salaam, so this around for 5 to 6 days I spent in Dar es Salaam only. But I explored different places connected to Dar es Salaam. Like I went to Coco Beach, I went to Slipway Market, I went to Empakani Market, I went to Sinda Island. These all places I went to also a big what is a sanctuary where you can see live safaris. So those
Okay.
details I will be sharing. But for
Yeah.
that 5 6 days, I just saw the raw Tanzanian culture. I spent time with Tanzanian people also. I connected
Yeah.
lots of people. I get to know some things that I don't know in my country. So about those people, I came to know. Even they are in connected. They are in touch with me now as well. Sometimes used to talk.
Nice.
So
So, you mentioned you traveled solo and you wanted to be sure of safety, right? So now that the trip is done, so what's your take on how safe it is to travel to Tanzania if anyone is traveling solo?
So I would conclude that it's pretty safe uh,
Yeah.
as I traveled already. So there people are
Yeah.
very helpful. So just a precaution, you should be carrying your a hard copy of your passport and your visa with you, so that if somebody asks, some security person asks about your documentation, you should be uh, uh, it should be handy with you, and you should be confident to show it. That's it. Otherwise, I think I wherever I traveled, it was very safe. People are very friendly. They also, even you ask something, they will definitely guide you. Obviously, the
Okay.
thing is, in marketplaces, obviously they want to sell everything to you. So
Perfect.
be sure about that. And it is a very what you say, you can bargain a lot as well. It is not like somebody
Okay.
said you something and you just pay that rate. It is not like that. There is
Yeah.
a big bargaining
Yeah.
place. So
Yeah.
to conclude, it is pretty safe for me.
So let's deep dive into what all you covered, maybe day wise or wherever you like to say what all key areas or key spots you covered. You can take us through in detail. And one point which I would like you to share is how you reached, right? So you mentioned your base was Dar es Salaam, and from there you traveled to all these spots, right? So maybe you can share how you traveled there, because that will help in understanding how one can traverse through the whole country while staying at one base location.
So the first spot was Mikumi Safari. So it is a very
Okay.
big safari. It is very nearer to Morogoro station. So there is a station, a railway station. It is named as Morogoro
Okay.
railway station. Okay. So is very easy to reach there, though it is bit far from Dar es Salaam. It is like 300 kilometers, approx 300 kilometers.
Okay.
But the best way to travel to Morogoro is take a train. So you will be getting around in the morning. There are 3 to 4 trains
Okay.
within a gap of 1 hour. In the evening also, you
Okay.
will get 3 4 trains at the gap of
Okay.
1 hour. So you can book train easily. They have online portal also. You can get the tickets. So there are kind of two type of tickets you will get. It is economy and business class. Okay.
Okay.
So economy is like 20,000 Tanzanian shilling, and business class is 50,000 Tanzanian shilling. Okay,
Okay.
and it's very easy to go to the station. There is nothing complex. It is like a airport. You are reaching airport. There is a station there. The train will be arriving.
Okay.
You just take your ticket. Either you book it online or you book there. You just
Okay.
board using your passport. You just clear the security clearance and then just move to the your designated seat. And
Okay.
they will be continuously announcing in their local language also, even English also. So it is
Okay.
easy to figure out where you have reached, when the train is going to reach. So all those things it will be easy to interpret there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't find any difficulty to reach Morogoro. So the first thing is to reach Mikumi Safari. I have to go to Morogoro via train. Then from
Okay.
Morogoro, I have to take a taxi to the entrance of Mikumi Safari. Okay.
Okay.
So you can book online also the entrance fee you have to pay for Mikumi. Uh, I
Okay.
took a from there. I took a local what do you say, from app. I booked all the complete tour starting from train journey to taxi journey and inside Mikumi
Okay.
also. Everything I have booked at once. So that's
So it was kind of
the
a package.
package for one day.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
approximate INR value was something around 35K. Okay. So
Okay.
if you ask me, it might be for Indian mentality, 35K is very big. But if you travel and if you see the particular safari, you will definitely say 35K is very, very less as compared to
Yeah.
the things you have experienced, you have traveled. It is very, very less as compared to that. So first I traveled via train. I go to Morogoro.
Correct.
Then from Morogoro,
Yeah.
I went via taxi around 2 hours to
Correct.
the Mikumi entrance. From there, it was a safari of around 7 to 8 hours. Okay. So
Oh, so
after
it's a
it's a
full day safari kind of, not
it's a
a.
huge safari. The whole journey took me. I started from in the morning around 7 a.m. and the
Okay.
journey ended around 10:30 11 p.m. at night.
Oh,
The complete
okay.
journey from Dar es Salaam to Mikumi and Mikumi to Dar es Salaam.
So
This
what
is
is Mikumi famous for? So Mikumi Safari, which all animals or wild life is existing in that national park?
so Mikumi is actually very famous for tiger and lion. Actually, Big
Okay.
Five used there was Big Five there used to be Big Five, but now you can see tigers and lions like very close to you. I was in the vehicle and the tigers are like 2 3 feet away from me. It's like that.
Oh,
You will be seeing that. So while you enter Mikumi, so the system is like they will be having a jeep, open jeep as per your
yeah.
booking. They are closed jeep also. I booked an open jeep where I was the only single person for that complete
Oh,
jeep. So you can
nice.
say one driver
So
and me
sorry,
only
sorry
on
to
that jeep.
interrupt. So was this because of the package, or if you avail that
It was
package, the whole jeep is assigned to you? Is it that way?
it was because of package. So how they do is they assign one jeep for the complete booking. Okay. So
Okay.
if you are booking for 2 person, 5 person, they will give you one jeep. It was booking
Okay.
for one person, even though they will assign one jeep for that person. It is like that.
So
Per booking,
why I'm
per
asking
booking,
is कि वो
per jeep.
cost जो है, the
Huh.
cost which you mentioned, for two people it will be 35 into 2 or
Multiply.
35
It will
multiplier.
multiply.
Oh,
Yes, it will
okay,
multiply.
okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So it is like that. कि if you have grouped some people, so you will be one jeep will be assigned to you. It is like that.
Okay.
So my
Okay.
group is only one, so I was assigned only one vehicle. So and that was the season I went in. It was a ending of summer and beginning of rain. So when I
Correct.
was entering, it was kind of a little bit hot, but still I can see the cloud, the rain coming towards us. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
so then we started our safari there. So the beginning was like wild pigs, what you say, what dogs. Okay, so those
Okay.
animals are just moving around you. Some are running around.
Wildebeest, right? I guess they call it
Wildebeest, you can
wildebeest.
say. Yeah, jungli
Yeah.
suar bolte hain log. So
Correct.
these animals are like they will be roaming around you. They are very fearless. They are just casual with human. So they are used to it. It is like that. So
Yeah.
after that, you will be able to see giraffes. You will be able to see zebra. You will be able to see lion. You will be able to see tigers also. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was traveling, um, uh, tigers are like 2-3 feet away. There are around 6 to 7 tigers. So one is the mother, and all others are cows. So what I got to know that the information is they used to hunt in early morning or evening.
Right.
Okay, after hunting, they will be resting whole day. And uh, giraffes and zebra, you will be able to see very close to you. Even giraffes are like there are big giraffes, male, female. The person who will be driving, he will be guiding you each and every detail, like how you will be able
Okay.
to find out whether it is a female, whether it is a male, whether it is a cub, what is the
Nice.
specification. All these things he will be sharing you. And if you have any doubt about animal, he will be giving you all the details, whatever you ask. Whether it is a silly question, doesn't matter. He will be definitely sharing you. So you will be able to watch on the greenery and it is a like a there is no particular road on the it is a like a what you say road on the mud. So you will be like traveling like this sometime, like up, like
Bumpy
down.
ride.
Bumpy
Bumpy
ride you
ride
will be
होगा.
getting.
Yeah.
यस,
Yeah.
तो आपको मतलब आप बैठे रहेंगे लेकिन आपको मजा आएगा वो बम्पी राइड में। कीचड़
Correct.
के अंदर
Correct.
से बस ग्रास के ऊपर से ले गए और बगल में आपके
Yeah.
एनिमल्स ऐसे घूम रहे हैं। एलिफेंट्स आल्सो यू विल एबल टू सी देयर इज अ बिग लार्ज ग्रुप ऑफ एलिफेंट्स यू विल
So
बी सीइंग।
African elephants, are those African elephants or
Yes,
like what?
African elephants. The reason why they
Okay.
are saying it is African elephants because their ears, the shape of
Yes.
the ears are like
Yeah.
Africa map. So that's why there is how
Yeah.
they identify this is African elephants. So he
Yeah.
will be able to guide you about how elephant eat, how elephant, the social life of elephant. They will be sharing you, and you will be able to see some birds also because there are water bodies also. Okay,
Right.
if you are lucky in the daytime you will be able to see hippos because hippos are like shy animals. So
Right.
they're very shy. If you are there they will not come out. You will only see the
Right.
bubbles coming out of the water. But if you go away you will be able to see
Yeah.
one or two hippo will be peeping out of the water. Okay, it is like that.
Yeah.
So hippos also there, and you might be able to see some remains of animals, like some
Oh.
scavengers have taken they have
Correct.
hunted.
Correct.
You will be
Hunt
able to
होने के
see.
बाद if there are any
Yes.
remains. Yeah. Yeah.
तो मैंने देखा कि उन्होंने जितना बताया कि लास्ट नाइट एक हाइना का ग्रुप जो है दे हैव हंटेड ए डियर.
Oh.
सो उस डियर का बस
Oh.
रिमेन्स पूरा बीच रास्ते पे पड़ा हुआ था. पूरा स्केलेटल रिमेन वाज देयर.
Raw nature ना. Raw
रॉ
nature.
नेचर. तो
Nature.
आपको ऐसा नहीं
Yeah.
लगेगा कि आप सिटी में घूम रहे हो क्योंकि दूर दूर तक सिटी है ही नहीं. देयर इज नो बिल्डिंग.
Correct.
ओनली
Yeah.
ओनली पूरा जंगल, फ्लैट जंगल. इट इज लाइक सम 1,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर ऑफ द सफारी यू विल बी
Oh.
ट्रैवलिंग. ओके, सो अभी पूरा दिन वो ऐसा घुमाते हैं. दे विल बी शोइंग यू डिफरेंट एनिमल्स. आपका लंच का इंतजाम भी वहीं है. सो लंच
Okay.
इट वाज
Great.
अनएक्सपेक्टेडली वेरी नाइस लंच, वेरी डिलीशियस. So you will be able to
Veg
have
or
fish.
non-veg?
Yes, you will be able to have fish, you will be able to have chicken, you will be able to have beef.
Okay.
So whatever you
Oh.
want, you can. You will be able to have see rice also, noodles also will be there. and lots
Okay.
of different groups from Europe, from US also people will be
Right.
there. You can interact all with them also. They will
Correct.
be it is included in your package, so you will be having your lunch. Then again they will start the tour and they will just come back. So the person was very what do you say, very nice person who
Knowledgeable.
was having so much in knowledge about animals, and he is sharing. So you will not feel bored like, yes, I am traveling alone, but I am not able to enjoy. It is not like that. I enjoyed the
Right.
whole day, whole travel, and the full day I was in that sanctuary. One more information I got. It's a very new information. There is some kind of game reserve. There is a term called game
Okay.
reserve. If you book a game reserve,
Okay.
what they do, they will identify one animal, particular animal.
Hmm.
That animal you can kill, and they will provide you ammunition and gun. You can kill that animal. Even you, after killing,
Oh.
you can take that animal and tell them to cook it. You can have that as a lunch. You can have that animal. The term is
Oh.
game reserve. Okay, those areas are reserved for hunting. This is the first time I got this information. Okay,
Yeah.
it is.
And someone is promoting it. As in today's world, we rarely hear ki hunting is promoted as a act or for tourism purposes, or maybe I don't know. So we'll have to read more about it because this is
Yes,
something new.
I come back to the entrance. Then my cab was already there, so we left for there is a 2 hour journey to the Morogoro station again. So the cab driver was very interesting person. He was also sharing, because when you travel via main road also, you will be able to see the wildlife. You will be able to see
Correct.
giraffes, zebra, deers. You will be able to see antelopes. You will be able to see. It is like you are traveling in between, and that main road was connecting like multiple countries beyond Tanzania. And it was raining at that time. So you can see, feel the smell of the soil. You can have the fragrance of the whole jungle. It was so refreshing. Uh, I can't explain the feeling when
I think
what
you
I
are
was feeling.
visualizing yourself in that place. You
Yes,
are
yes,
already
yes.
teleported over there.
Yes,
So,
yes.
one question over here. You mentioned at the start that you booked this complete package via some app or online. So, can you just share which website or application was that from where you booked?
I used to use mostly Viator. So when I travel
Okay.
to African country, I book it from Viator. So Viator having some good options. You can compare also.
Okay.
Price difference are
Okay.
there, some discounts are there. So I use the Viator application to book it.
Correct. And how many days? Like, since there might be limited slots for safaris, that is a general.
Yes, yes.
So how many days prior to your safari did you book this?
So
Because most of the times it gets filled up,
cool. Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Uh,
So
what's-
the one problem you will be facing if you are booking late for train journey, na, the tickets might not be available. That is one possibility,
okay.
because people are traveling frequently. So luckily I got the booking and the got all the tickets on the next day itself while I booked. But I prefer, I would suggest, if you are planning something, you should book it prior to 2 3 days. It is easy and you will be
Okay.
able to get the train ticket easily. Because
Okay.
I got detail that the train I should be having like 7 p.m., but it was full. Then I have to take on the next train at 8 p.m. So I
Okay.
got to know that yes, there are public, so the train must be full, because trains are having limited seats. Even though you have
Correct.
booked the safari, trains you can't extend.
Not like Mumbai
So
trains. Not like
yes,
Mumbai
yes.
trains.
Not like Mumbai trains, but you can't stand in the train. You have to sit.
Right.
You have a designated seat, and the train is totally complete AC. It is like a AC bus. You are just assigned
Right.
your designated seat. And if you are booking economy, you have to purchase for coffee, biscuits, all those things. If you have booked business, you will be getting these. These are all things included. It is like that.
Okay.
Okay. So the first day, this was the whole schedule I followed. Even though it was late,
Nice.
but it was very safe. I was happy that my
Right.
day was well spent. The first day was well spent for me.
So safari on day one, right? So what was the plan for day two? What did you explore on day 2 of your trip?
So फर्स्ट डे जब सफारी हो गया तो अभी सेकंड डे में सोचा लेट्स एक्सप्लोर द कोस्ट लाइन। अब कोस्ट लाइन के बारे में
Yeah.
इतना सुना है, इज अ ब्यूटीफुल, सो लेट्स
Yeah.
ट्राई दिस। सो मैंने वही सेम वाइटर ऐप से ही बुक किया सिंदा आइलैंड वन डे ट्रिप। मुझे इतना
Okay.
नॉलेज नहीं था कि है क्या। ठीक है, मैंने
Correct.
बस मुझे थोड़ा मतलब ऐसे इंट्यूशन वाइज लगा कि ये कुछ अलग होगा, तो मैंने ऐसे बुक
Hmm.
कर लिया। मैं बस डिटेल था उसमें कि इट वाज इंक्लूडेड लाइक स्नॉर्कलिंग इज इंक्लूडेड, योर लंच इज इंक्लूडेड, यू हैव टू स्पेंड द होल डे एंड ऑन वन आइलैंड।
Yeah.
सो मैं बुकिंग किया तो मुझे इंफॉर्मेशन आ गया, जिस जो जो टू whom the person the spoke for me connected me via WhatsApp
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
need to reach this place first, then we will be taking care from that also.
Correct.
So वो जो
Yeah.
place था that is near to Kigamboni beach. Okay, it is
Okay.
okay. The
Yeah.
first time in
अच्छा,
Africa,
आपने Uber bike
I
select
booked the
किया?
Uber bike. The person came and I just took off with him. So I reached the particular spot. Plus the person came and said, "Okay, so welcome, and we will be going to the island. You can see in front of you." So we boarded the boat. I was traveling around on the boat around, you can say 30 minutes or 40 minutes. The journey was to reach the island. Okay. So during that journey, that person replied, "You are the only person for today for this island." I said, "What? For the whole island, I am the only person? That means I own the island for one day, you can say." And
Amazing.
for me to handle all the things, there are 7 to 8 crews. Okay.
Maharaja.
Maharaja for the island.
Feeling like
So
king.
for the whole day, the whole island was for me. So nobody was there
Nice.
except the sea life and the crew member. That's it. Nobody else.
So
Okay.
I
So
think this is amazing also ना, बहुत जगह पे even in India or outside, generally the tour operators cancel the trip if there are only one or
yes,
two people instead
yes,
of 8 or 10 people, right?
yes,
Because it's cost for them
yes,
and they have to pay 7 8 people. But if
yes,
they are like conducting the tour and they are mentioning that only you will be there and will be taking you through the complete day package, it's amazing. I think that's a very good experience to have.
yes. And the packages was not that much. It is around 11K in INR.
Yeah.
For 11K, you will be having your own island. You will be having your own crew. You will be having fresh seafood if you ask for it. And you will be having the whole nature to yourself. Nothing else. Nobody
Amazing.
else is there.
Yeah.
Then we went to that island, and when I was just entering, I was nearer to the island. The the surrounding of the island was like green, turquoise blue. You can see the different colors. There are 4 to 5 layers of
Yeah.
color. And deep down below your boat, you can see the water was so transparent that you can see seashells, you can see starfishes. So first we went to that island, and first they dropped all the crews there. We went to snorkeling around. That was the deep depth might be 30 to 40 feet. Uh, with my camera, GoPro camera, and I was recording all
Nice.
the surrounding inside. And for the first time, I was able to see a starfish around 4 to 5 feet.
Amazing.
Four to
There's a
five feet. You can imagine how massive that starfish was. Then lots of fishes I saw, and we were snorkeling around 40 minutes. We snorkeled there. There was a person who will be guiding you, traveling to moving right between the rocks, between the
yeah.
sea life. You can see, and so 45 or 45 minutes, so we are able to see a storm passing by nearby. The storm was passing. You can see that also. So the guide told that let's go back because storm is near. So now the owner of the island is on the island right now. Okay. The name of the island is Sinda Island. Sinda, Sinda Island. Okay. So it is a very the history of the island is the island was used by Britishers to transport slaves. Okay. First, what they do, they
Okay.
collect the slave from the coast. They will take the slaves on the island. There are remains of that building, small
Oh,
building. There they used to store those slaves, and then they
or slave
take those
trading.
slaves on ships and they move out. It is the island was like a intermediate space to transport the
Correct.
slaves.
Correct.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that remains was also there, and that whole island was filled with seashells. The seashells like 1 feet, 1.5 feet seashells, this much big seashells.
Oh,
They're like on the sand, but you can't take it because they have particular law. You should not carry this. Even in airport also, they will restrict you. You can't bring them with you. Okay, so
okay.
we should respect the law. So we should not carry.
Correct. Yeah.
So I was like mad. I was like, what I'm seeing, it is unbelievable. It is like that. So I was roaming around,
I,
and then I was running behind crabs. I was running behind birds, and I was just picking up some seashells. Uh, but amazing seashells. We used to see those seashells in movies, in picture, but
correct.
there I
Correct.
was able to see those seashells on ground. मैं तो बस गया हाथ डाला खोद के निकाला ऐसा है इतने बड़े बड़े मतलब 1 फीट 1.5 फीट के सीशल अमेजिंग
हमें देखने की आदत नहीं है ना. We are used to
नहीं
seeing such small
स्मॉल
1 centimeter 2 centimeter long shells.
यस बट वहां पे इतने बड़े बड़े थे मैं तो इमेजिन नहीं कर पा रहा था तो आई वाज मैड कि भाई क्या देख रहा हूँ मैं फिर वहां पे मैंने पहली बार
Correct.
देखा इफ यू गाइस मस्ट हैव हर्ड देयर इज अ ट्री आई थिंक बोआ 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 और बोड़ा बोड़ा बोआ बोआ ट्री और बोड़ा बोड़ा ट्री देयर
Yeah,
यूज्ड
yeah,
टू
yeah.
से the tree
Yeah, yeah,
are
correct.
used by African tribes to stay inside. It is like a shelter, and they used to
Yeah.
store water in that. And the tree is like
Oh,
thick, and on the top it is like very thin. So that is like the thickness of the tree is measured. That how old is the tree? So I first time I saw that tree in that sanctuary, in that safari. Then I saw the
right.
tree here also in this island. There is no single tree, and the tree I was able to touch. It was just near me. It was a very thick tree. So the guide told me that this tree was around 200 years old approximately because the more thick the tree is, according to that the year is
हमारे यहाँ
considered.
पे banyan tree है जैसा, similar to
हाँ
that banyan,
हाँ
like banyan
banyan ट्री
trees.
है बट banyan ट्री में आप स्पेस नहीं है अंदर इस ट्री में अंदर स्पेस
हम्म.
है तो यहाँ पे आप
Space है.
हाँ आप
Store
पानी
कर
स्टोर
सकते हैं.
हाँ ट्राइब्स जो है ना पानी स्टोर करते हैं वो रहते भी हैं कुछ ट्राइब मेडागास्कर में मोस्टली
Correct.
tribes used to stay in that tree. So I was just roaming around. Then the lunch time came. So I told that guy I want to have seafood. So that guy took a fish from the sea and they
Oh.
prepared it in their own style, in that Tanzanian style, and they just bring it. The hot fish, the whole fish. The fish is like this much big, and they called it changu fish. There's a local fish,
Chapu. Okay.
changu. It was amazing. It's so delicious. There is no Indian spices. So we used to put spices. There are no spices. They have just
Yeah.
salt and they have boiled it. They have their own
Yeah.
tricks, but it was very delicious. I just took that plate. I was sitting alone in front of the sea with a mango juice in my hand, fresh mango juice in my
Amazing.
hand, and I was having my lunch.
मेरा
And I
ऐसा
was,
kind of similar experience I had. Uh, I guess when we went to Greece ना, so Greece में एक cruise का tour है. Cruise मतलब small boat they
hmm,
take, and they take it at one corner. And when we had visited, it was winter, so it was very windy and cloudy. मतलब rains और winter ऐसा था. And I remember हम लोग वहाँ पे पहुंचे, and they had parked the boat in middle of the sea
mhm,
for someone who want to do
snorkeling.
skinny dipping in the water, right?
Okay.
So उन्होंने पार्क कर दिया था और लंच टाइम था, and fish was like big tiger sized prawns. They had their own fish. They had chicken. They had pork or beef in prepared in the local style. They had noodles, rice and salad. And sea समुद्र के बीच
Yeah.
बैठ के cloudy, windy, and the food was so एक जैसे you said, right? I understand where you're coming from, because when you see colors and
Yeah.
food in very basic elementary form, right? मसाले नहीं है,
Yes.
oily नहीं, but
कुछ नहीं, कुछ नहीं.
उन veggies है, fish है, कलर्स दिख रहे, प्लेट में भी कलर्स है, सामने भी कलर्स है, यू
Yes.
आर इन मिडल ऑफ पिक्चर. अलग ही रहता है मेरे भी दिमाग में. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर दैट मील. आई विल शेयर सम स्नैप्स अलोंग हियर बिकॉज इट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट मेमोरेबल. ऐसा नहीं था कि कुछ फर्स्ट टाइम खा रहे जिंदगी में, बट द फ्लेवर्स एंड द मोमेंट
Moment. Yes.
अमेजिंग.
Very true. Very true. So then again after lunch, for around 4 to 5 o'clock, I was roaming around. I was enjoying nearby places. I just saw the ruins, that belongs to the history. So all those places,
Okay.
it's a small island that is like three
Yeah.
kilometer by 3 kilometer. You can just walk around the island. It will be completed within very small time frame.
Okay.
After this whole day well spent, I was so satisfied. I went to my hotel. Again, I was like, I thinking what I have seen today, what I have felt today. It was amazing. I was like, wow, this kind of trip I might be not getting after this. The first time I was seeing that I am alone on a thing, I am on the whole island. I was the only traveler. That's the first
And two
USP.
extreme experiences in 2 days, right? Unexpectedly
Yes,
extreme, very satisfying experiences in 2 days of the trip.
2 days. First
Totally
2 days.
extreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was very, very relaxed that yes, my trip was successful. From these 2 days, my trip is successful. Next 3 days, if I'm not going anywhere, it is also okay for me. It was
True,
amazing,
true.
amazing.
Okay, safari on first day, second day, owner of an island. So what was the plan for the next 3 days? What did you explore on day three?
So the place where I was staying is called City Center. So it was like a
Yeah.
local place. It was
Yeah.
crowded place. It's a small city. I went that day. The same day, the second day evening, I went for hunting good food, local food. So I came across
Yeah.
few Indian people who are settled there. They have their own shop.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
reached a place where I got some local food, non-veg food, and just parceled it. And just while roaming around, I just inquired where else, what are the local places I can move, I can see. So people suggested
Yeah.
few places. So I just noted it down on my WhatsApp. I messaged it to myself that these places are these are the names,
Yeah.
because when you are outside, you hardly know any local names. You will be able to
Correct.
track the local names from the local people only. So
Correct. Correct. Very
few
true.
people suggested me you can visit Slipway market. So Slipway is a
Okay.
hotel. What they have done is they
Okay.
have given one small space of their boundary to local market. The local tribes can sell their products. So
Oh,
that was
nice.
one spot I got from the local people. Then they said that you can go to Coco Beach also. It is
Yeah.
very beautiful beach. If you are a night person, you want to like clubbing, or you can just hang out at night and just party, drink, all those things. You can go to Coco Beach in the evening also.
Okay.
And the third spot, I got to know that there is a place called Empakani. It is a market also.
Oh,
It is
oh,
a local market, and it is a local bus stop or taxi stand to go out of Dar es Salaam also. So it is quite a
okay.
crowded place also. So
Okay.
I figured out these three places that yes, we can visit. So first in the morning, next day morning, I went to the Slipway market. So I came
Yeah.
across few items like I got few coins from that market, one from one person, British coins. I got those coins, and one person was having some particular stone. I forgot the name of the stone. That stone is actually only it is available from Congo. Okay,
Okay.
because now Congo is having some conflict in their internal conflict. They are not exporting that
Okay.
stone. That stone is kind of a green. It's very uh, different green color of stone, and you will be able to see
Okay.
that I got to see for the first time that this is also getting sold somewhere. And there's some local products like their handmade wood items
I,
and all those
yeah.
things. That full around most of the half day or more than half day I spent there just exploring that around Slipway market. So it is just near the beach. Behind the market, you
Okay.
can see the beach. It is a very chill place to hang out. Then
Yeah.
after that, I took a Uber bike to Coco Beach. It is just nearby, just like 3
Okay.
kilometers from there.
Okay.
So at Coco Beach, I had again a local fish. I had I already have the changu fish. Again, they said some other name, so I just let's try this also. So what they do, the dishes are like if you ask for fish and chips, they will come with
Yeah.
the whole fish, boiled fish, along with tomato, local tomato puree on it, and with
Okay.
what you say,
French
uh,
fries.
French fries.
Yeah.
So this is the fish and chips definition there. Had that fish. I just roamed around that place, and at the evening, I just went back to my hotel. So the third day, I was just roaming around, exploring the locals
Exploring markets. Yeah.
market, and then I came to know about the Empakani market. So again, I went to that market.
Okay.
That market was filled with products from black wood. So
Oh.
in Indian definition, we are using shisha wood. So for them,
Correct.
the black wood was the very available, very what do you say, very strong wood that is used for different furniture. And the black wood is
And
the definition of black wood is if you cut the wood, even inside it is black.
okay. Acha.
It is outside is
Okay.
black, inside is also black. So it is totally black. But as I don't have that much knowledge, but I just explored that. I didn't take anything, but uh, you can find around 200, 300 shops there of black
Oh.
wood products and local products also. So
Right.
I was hunting for coins again there. I got few coins there also. It's very cheap there,
That's
those
right.
British coins. And then I just looked around, got some information, and I just came to know that in that market you will be able to find tanzanite. Okay, tanzanite is a stone that is
Okay.
thousand times rarer than diamond, and it is only
Acha.
it is only available under the ocean only. So what
Okay.
it is like kind of a very transparent stone. So the base of tanzanite is from Kilimanjaro mountain. So people used to get it from
I was going
Kilimanjaro,
to ask that.
from the
Um.
base of Kilimanjaro mountain. Okay, so it is very rare, and it is very expensive also. And
Correct.
you will be offered like tiger teeth. That offer will come to you if but I didn't took that. They will be selling some bracelet that they called tiger's eye. So
Okay.
those stones are like some tiger eyeball. So that they are
Right.
selling. This is the fourth day I just completed my Tanzanian trip. The fifth day I was having my relax. I had some spots. I was thinking to go to Zanzibar, but it is like you if you are traveling to Zanzibar from Dar es Salaam. So where I was staying, it is the terminal was near to that, just beside the behind the
Okay.
hotel. So what you have to do, you have to book a ticket from the counter. They have continuous ferries from Dar es Salaam to
Okay.
Zanzibar. It will take around 90 minutes to 2 hours to reach Zanzibar.
Okay.
And if you want to come back the same day, you can come back also. But the thing is, in
Okay.
Zanzibar, tourist spots are very far from city. Okay, so if you want to explore, you have to cover one spot in one day only. You can't cover
Okay.
multiple spots, and Zanzibar is bit more expensive than Dar es Salaam because it is an
Okay.
island. Everything is
Correct.
imported. It is not grown
Logistics
there.
are costly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, so because most of the European and American tourists you can find in Zanzibar, most of them.
Zanzibar. Yeah, that is pretty famous. Yeah.
Yes, and there is a famous nightlife also in Zanzibar city. In front of High Court,
Okay.
I figure out one small market. It is like the fisherman's market. Uh,
Okay.
like local people used to roam around. So I went there. I asked one shopkeeper about coins also. Fortunately, I got around 50, 60 coins and
Oh.
some notes from Malawi. People must not be
Oh.
knowing there is a country called Malawi. So I got
Even I have,
some currency of Malawi I got from there.
yeah,
I was very happy for that because Malawi is like the deep below part, the what you say, south part of Africa. You will see a small, very small country called Malawi. So the next day I have to leave. So I have to checked in the from website. I got Tanzanian Airlines flight. So it was a
okay,
good flight also. It is a direct flight you can get from Dar es Salaam to Mumbai. It's a direct flight.
Mumbai. Okay,
So this is how I concluded my small
yeah,
trip to Tanzania with amazing experience. And I'm happy to share my experience that yes, people, if you some people want to go, you can explore. What I personally feel is it is very safe and
yeah,
uh, always take care of your safety because you are responsible for your own safety. That is what
correct.
I feel. But I recommend if you have time, if you have capacity, you have days, spend some time there. You can explore Tanzania. You'll be happy to know about the different culture. It's very
Yeah, yeah,
very nice
very
country.
true. Very- So, one question, right? People are now looking at Africa as a tourist destination, right? Both of us, you have visited Egypt, I have visited Egypt last year. Now you have visited Kenya, Tanzania, and while no one thinks about sea and coastal experience when thinking of Africa, it's primarily desert. What
Mhm.
one thinks of in first region or wildlife maybe, right? But even
Yes,
I had similar experiences of Red Sea in Egypt.
right.
Amazing experiences, snorkeling, the overall sea, the culture, the food, amazing. But so Tanzania and Kenya are very similar countries. So if someone who is looking at visiting either Kenya or Tanzania, what would you suggest? So in terms of maybe the safaris or the wildlife, which has got better wildlife, Kenya
So
or Tanzania?
so the person if is very much interested in safari, I'll definitely recommend
Yeah.
Tanzania. Okay, and
Okay.
because Tanzania is having much more safari, much more bigger safari with what you say.
Yeah.
The areas are bigger and there are multiple around 20 plus safaris you can get in Tanzania, and they are
Okay.
well what is managed. Okay,
Yeah.
you will have a very good experience when you visit Tanzanian safari. Kenyan safaris are not bad. What I meant to say, they're also good, but you will feel more nearer to nature when you visit Tanzanian safari. That is what I can conclude, and you will feel that yes, we are actually moving around, moving in our animal kingdom only, where I can see lots of animals just nearby.
Yeah.
That's the best
And
part. I what I can say.
in terms of cost wise, Kenya and Tanzania, how are they in comparison? Like, let's take single example. If a safari, if it costs maybe 1,000 rupees in Kenya, does it cost a similar in a similar range or lower in Tanzania?
So in Tanzania, actually, safaris are a bit far from city. So in Kenya,
Yeah.
the city is very big,
Right.
but in Tanzania, city is very small.
Yeah.
So in Kenya,
Yeah.
the expense is less because your
Okay.
safari is just near to the city. So you will easily get some
Accessible is
vehicle.
other.
It is easily accessible.
Ah,
But for Tanzania,
correct.
the safari is bit far from it. It is near to the city. Some safaris are there, but if you want to go deep, there is a bit far from the city. So for that, you have to bear some
Right.
expense because this rich experience
Right.
never comes so easily. You have to.
Correct. Correct.
It is
Very
kind
true.
of investment for you. Okay. So
And second point was since you're exploring at all the places, Tanzanian shilling. So did you carry currency from over here, or was it you can use your card, maybe credit card or for forex card over there? How did you plan along it? What was your
okay, so
experience?
the thing is, in Tanzania, all the shops are not having online transactions. They don't have the capability.
Okay.
They don't have the infrastructure to accommodate your card. So if you are going to a
Okay.
small good shop, you will be able to use your card. In hotels also,
Okay.
the cards are you can use your card. But if you are going to local
Okay.
shop, I would recommend better carry local shilling. It is better.
Okay.
You would carry
Okay.
dollar with you. You can exchange there, but
Yeah.
just a note: you will not get the exchange money exchange outlets everywhere. You in where I stayed in Dar es Salaam, the money exchange outlets are just nearby in the Dar es Salaam city. In a city center, you will
Okay.
get lots of exchange outlets. But if you go
Okay.
to near to the beach, you will not get
वहाँ
any
पे नहीं
exchange outlet.
correct.
You have to go to the hotel counter to change, and you have to expense more. There you
Understand.
have to spend more.
Yeah.
Okay. So I recommend
So,
either
so
you exchange in airport, you will get a good price,
airport.
or if you are
Yeah.
staying in the city center, you will exchange in the city center. It is a local market. That is the best
Yeah.
way to use your currency.
Uh, primarily मेरे लिए तो so this was the first time I was hearing any experience about Tanzania. I haven't heard Kenya के I think Kenya was also you were the first person who traveled to Kenya from my acquaintances, right? And what shared कि यार Kenya में ये crocodile खाया and I saw this Pumba देख लिया and
Yes,
right. But Tanzania was again a first. And Tanzania is not something which is trending right now. So, so this was very informative and new insights for me about how things are shaping up for tourism in
yes,
Tanzania.
yes.
Thanks for the insights, Sarit. Thanks for your time.
Most welcome.
And I would request you to share some photos and videos so that we can incorporate those in this videos so that people
Definitely,
get actually how you felt, khana khate waqt, how
definitely,
the sea and how the
definitely,
animals were, right? So thanks for your time again, and we'll surely connect again for so many of your trips which we are yet to cover. And people are unaware about these destinations, right? You have covered a lot of
definitely.
countries recently: Kenya, Finland, uh, Egypt. We'll surely connect on those. Maybe one from each continent.
Yes,
We'll cover. You have traveled there physically. We'll cover them digitally on our podcast, and
definitely,
it will be helpful for people who are traveling, planning to travel to these countries. Thanks for your
definitely.
time again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pratmesh. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for watching the video till the end. If you have liked the video, please subscribe to our channel. This will encourage us to bring more such content to you for different countries across the globe and more destinations across India itself. All the tour packages which were described in the video, the links are shared in the description. The complete trip itinerary is also shared as a part of the video description. Hope it helps you plan your next trip to your dream destination. Thank you and have a great day.